Hello everyone, my name is Ahsan Ahmed and I'm a global citizen. Well, today the purpose of this video presentation is that it's a compulsory requirement of a course. Isn't that cool? Well, jokes apart, the purpose of this video is to understand other culture and the environment. Well, this is awesome, I know. Before I start my presentation and I move on to my subject, I would like to bring some important point in consideration. That is, according to a tutor, as this assignment is based on findings of interviewing a person from other culture, and it's very important not to disclose its identity due to privacy reason. So, the person I have interviewed is the Phenom. He is from the universe. He is the Undertaker. Well, he is not in actual, but I chose Undertaker because he likes WWE a lot. So basically, Mr. Undertaker is very interesting and have many things to tell us. He's from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and has also got 2 years of professional experience working in a software company. But right now, he is in Perth and studying masters. Well, I met him last semester in one of my 4 courses and I found him very interesting and helpful. Same like Pikachu. So I thought, why not choose him for the interview and let's have a deep discussion and discover about Saudi culture and how it is different from here. So I divide my discussion on the basis of 5 core cultural dimensions, and I asked questions related to family culture, surrounding, and also on workplace culture. So after long discussion on different perspectives, I found out that they live in a collective family structure and where elders have superiority and respect among others and keeps a power of authority when it comes to decision making. Then he told me very interesting point about socializing. According to him, no matter how busy the life is, but they try to socialize through dinners or meet other people without any special event. So, this quality of socializing in their society reflects how much they give importance to their family and people from surrounding. Then I asked how different the gender role is. He said it's a male dominant society where man earns money and makes decisions, whereas woman lives in home. Then I asked him how people over there normally deal with surrounding environment. So he replied that people in Saudi Arabia live mindful life, keeping the surrounding clean. But at the same time, they don't think much when it compared to Western countries. Then we move into a more discussion and I asked him about time management and working culture. Then I asked him about that how it is different from here. So he replied that they have different weekends days like Friday and Saturday, unlike Western countries where they have Saturday and Sunday. And he also told us about the working culture, and he replied in a sad mode, like this is very casual. They are not time punctual, and everything, unlike compared to Perth, where everything needs to be done on time. But the main thing that he recognized was a centralized policy kind of working system, which stops individual to learn, which is not common in Western world. Then we move to the last part of our presentation and discussion and ask him about just controlling the social system. And he told me that they have very strict governmental laws which is applied to everyone in order to control people, and they have no democracy or freedom of speech, which is totally opposite to Western world. He also told me very interesting point that women in Saudi are not allowed to drive. Well, this is basically a culture shock for me, and according to recent sources, this law is changing, but still a shock. But keeping discussion in mind, and to link my conclusion with Hofstede's model of cultural comparison, I found out that my findings were almost identical to what model says. This is Saudi Arabia ranks higher when it comes to power of authority and hierarchy system, plus they give more importance to collectivism, same as I found through my interview, which is totally opposite to Australian culture. At the same time, it is also they have uncertainty factor where they have strong social control to avoid uncertainty. While the other factors which were not taken very strong in discussion, but it can easily be understood through this graph. Hence, to conclude all this, It was really great learning experience where I learned about Saudi society and their belief and culture found out in the modern era where globalization is happening. The Saudi society is still very much opposite to Western world. So friends, this will be the end of my presentation and thank you for your time. Bye bye. Shukran.